and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Here we go. Episode 45, all gentlemen presented. Everybody should be in a good Christmas mood. This episode should drop Christmas Eve. So let's make it festive, fellas. So,
airing of the grievances.
Yeah, Festivus.
the one Jewish guy on the broadcast, Eddie Sylvester. Ed, let's start by spinning that dreidel the way we usually do.
There we go.
And let's read some bags. Let's go.
All right, here we go. This is brought to you by GoonGuard, GoonGuard.com. Check them out. One of the best mouthpieces around, brand new. Check them out. So here's the email. This is from Jim from Madison, Wisconsin. So 1973, let's talk wrestling. I want to hear your take on AEW and Ring of Honor having 15 total title belts. All at 3 TV shows each week. Too many? That is the question.
Too many. I just right off the rip. Too many. The talent roster isn't good enough to have all of those belts. Before I go off on a tyrant, somebody take it. Chris, Brad, Tom, Ed, rip it.
Yo, I'm going to just say, look, 15 titles, too many. I mean, the talent that they have of both rosters, not enough. They're not good at storytelling. They don't do a slow build. I have a huge problem with it. And the thing is it all goes back to what we've talked about in the past. A little tired of hey, I'm going to give you a super kick 5 times and you get up every time. Oh, 5 pile drivers? I'm going to get up 5 times. I don't agree with it.
Yep. Psychology lacking, too many belts, not enough talent to carry it. Can't have a Ring of Honor television title with no TV show. I don't care if it's on YouTube or not. If it's not on a regular network, can't have a TV title. That's just how I see it. Chris, Brad, Tom, what do you got?
Yeah, definitely too many titles. I think even WWE to an extent has too many titles. Like what there used to be the main ones, right? It was a heavyweight title, intercontinental title.
Yep.
Just one. Yeah.
Right.
And then there's like the intercontinental title. That's a historic title. It's been around for a while. Maybe like a light heavyweight or middleweight or something. I don't know. But there used to be layers to it.
Yeah.
Now there's North American titles, US titles, 2 different tag team titles in WWE versus SmackDown, I guess. I don't know. A world heavyweight title. Then Roman Reigns is the undisputed champ. And so he's got the title belt. And, AEW with their 15, I can't keep them straight, man. I don't know who's coming and who's going and who has what belt, man. Until they walk down the ramp, I don't know who's what.
Tom, you want to go ahead, Chris, chime in.
I was just going to say, I think we're all on the same page on this. I don't need to repeat everything that you guys just said because it's true. That's probably why.
You need to repeat it because that's what a podcast is about, dude.
Yeah. Repeat everything I just said.
I think that's why I kind of fell off AEW and I've been watching a lot more WWE lately. Like WWE right now is just kicking ass. They are absolutely on fire. It reminds me back in the day, when Vince Russo was running it and you just had, vignettes, backstage brawl, match, promo, backstage brawl, vignette. And it was so many different stories going on within that 2-hour show that you had to follow, and you always wondered what was going on, what was going to happen within that vignette that was filmed in the back. Makes me think of when I was
bring back Jim Cornette.
It makes me think when I was 12 years old, and I was a little pubescent boy in the 6th grade, right? And here we are looking at the Kentai, ready to choppy Val Venus penis off, right? And I'm coming to school, and me and all my friends are like, yo, this is important to us in the future. Did this really happen? We can't wait until next week because we want to see if this dude's going to come out with a shrug or not,
Val Venus. Wow.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Before we move away from this one, Tom, I need an old school perspective. What do you got?
You can have these guys wrestle, just don't put the belts on the line. And if you don't put the belt on the line, have them in a non-title match. And if the guy wins, he gets a title shot. Or if hold off on the title matches until the pay-per-views. It makes the pay-per-views more mean more. And right now the pay-per-views, they're not worth the money right now because you can just wait a week and you'll see the rematch on regular TV. It's just, to me, they just put the belts. I mean, I'm all for putting these guys on TV. Just don't put the belt on the line. I mean, Flair used to wrestle all the time it was always non-title.
I always thought that the world title should be must-see TV as far as, that the challenge should always be the blow-off at the pay-per-view.
Mhm.
And I think that when you have more than one world championship and it confuses people, like which you don't have in any sport. And let's look at wrestling from a psychology manner that it's sports-based. There's one championship, there's one Lombardi trophy, one NBA trophy, one Stanley Cup. That's how wrestling should be. WWE needs to just have that one world championship, and it all falls under the Buddy Rogers lineage with Bruno, Hogan, that stuff. No branches away that this is this and this is that. And I don't have a problem with the United States title because they absorbed that when they got WCW, and it does have a rich history if it goes back to 75. So I don't mind that. But there should not be two tag team titles. It's only one world tag team champion, then that's it.
Yep.
And it makes the chase even better when you have a better roster of tag teams or a roster. It separates your high-end guys. You don't know who's in the mix. Look, you like in this Royal Rumble, you got Punk, you got Cody Rhodes, you got Seth Rollins, you have all these guys that could be headliners for Roman Reigns' title at WrestleMania and more that I'm forgetting. But with that being said, and not getting long-winded, too many titles. We're gonna wrap this one up because I could spend the whole time talking wrestling. We need to get just a podcast just for wrestling so I could blow up on that thing. But,
Let's do it.
yeah.
Bring Jim Cornette back. AEW. Pay him the money.
Jim Cornette should swerve everybody and show up with MJF in WWE as his manager.
Yes.
And just and say that they're related somehow. It's Uncle Jim or something like that, and just have at it. But yep. So we're gonna move away from that. That is actually a really good question. When you could talk a whole half an hour about that, it's a great question. So thanks for writing that in. Thomas,
Yes.
it's been a while. Tom, it has been a while.
Yes.
It's been such a long time. I think you should be going and giving us your shitty picks.
All right. But first, Tom's
Yes.
Shitty Picks is brought to you by Brock Street Brewing Company, located at 244 Brock Street South in Whitby, Ontario. The brewery is home to a banquet hall, an on-site restaurant, and a members lounge. Everything they brew is done in-house, including sours, lagers, and vodka soda. They have something for everyone, so if you're in Whitby, go check them out.
Hey, don't forget their gold medal winning chocolate stout, Tom.
There you go. All right. This week, my fantasy pick for week 17, I'm going with wide receiver Puka Nacua from the Los Angeles Rams, and he's playing against the New York Giants. Nacua is a rookie. He's got 96 receptions, 1,300 yards receiving, and he's got 6 games with over 100 yards receiving already. The Giants, their defense is ranked 19th in the passing game, so I think Nacua is going to blow up on them, and he's going to have a huge game. So there you go, AC.
Nice. So let's move on to some some football picks, and let's get this going. But is this the last week?
No, we got one more week of picks. We're a week ahead, so we're picking for 17 or 18 plus if we do the playoffs.
Brad's been dying to talk NHL, so we got to get this shit done.
Hey, we are doing playoffs, Thomas. Don't you get? We are not going to squirt out of that.
Well, we gotta work all the way to the Super Bowl because that's like the
Lions
anniversary.
versus Browns. I mean, Lions versus Browns. I mean, come on.
Let's go. And
gonna
don't
happen.
forget, promo code 1973 for GoonGuy.com. You dropped the ball, Ed.
All
Hey,
right.
I'm going to tie that in at the end. So
Oh,
stop
great.
bossing me around.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were going to tie one on at the end.
All right, boys. Week 17 picks. First game of the week. Cleveland Browns at home against the New York Jets. Andy,
Do I have to say it?
make it official.
The Cleveland Brown Eyes. Let's go.
All righty. Chris.
Yes, I love me a good brown eye.
All righty. Brad.
Dirty.
I'm gonna go with the supposed Super Bowl chance Cleveland Browns.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going with the Brown Eyed
in.
Girls.
All right. And that's a clean sweep for the podcast because I think Cleveland's defense can beat the
Hell
Jets
yeah.
alone.
Oh yeah.
All right. Game 2. Brad's favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys at home against the
Game of the
Detroit
week.
Lions. Andy.
Brad.
Game of the
Brad.
week.
Come on. Detroit
You
Rock
guys
City.
just need to make friends and be nice. Come on, Andy, just do it, bro.
I did.
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City. Let's go.
All righty. Chris.
I'll take Dallas at home.
All righty. Brad.
Yeah, Dallas undefeated at home, all fandom aside. I think Dallas wins this one. This is a must win for them, regardless of what happens this week.
All righty. Ed.
Well, Dallas is built for the lead, and they don't do well against the run and pounding the rock. However, and that's what the Lions specialize in, but I'm going with the Cowboys.
All righty. Yep, I'm going with Dallas as well. They're on a roll right now.
Oof. Well, fine.
Game 3. Buffalo Bills at home against the New England Patriots. Andy.
I'm going to take my football pick the way I like my wings, Buffalo.
All righty. Chris.
Yeah, Buffalo's gonna put the pass through the table.
All righty. Brad.
I'm gonna take my pick like I like my women, big and hairy, Buffalo.
Ed.
Yeah, Brad. Wow.
Hey, we actually
I'm
share
playing.
something in common.
Holy shit, dude. Damn. I'm going to go with the Bills, but not because of any of those reasons that people have spoken before, but I do like Buffalo.
Hashtag tank for Caleb. I'm going with Buffalo. All right. Next game. Chicago Bears at home against the Atlanta Falcons. Andy.
Bears.
All righty. Chris.
Yeah, we'll go with the Bears.
Yep. Brad.
Only because I have to pick one, the Bears.
All righty. Ed.
I mean, the Falcons are all over the place. They're like monkeys humping a football, so I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears. Their defense,
What's
since
that?
they made the trade, the Bears defense is playing really good. All right, next game, the Indianapolis Colts at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. Andy.
Raiders.
All right. Chris.
Colts.
All righty. Brad.
I feel like every time I pick the Colts, they lose. So I'm gonna keep the
Colts.
tradition alive and pick the Colts.
Ed.
I'm going with the Colts, even though Peyton Manning is not walking out through that door.
I am going to go with the take it on faith that the Raiders aren't going to score 70 points again, and I'm going to go with Indy on this one. Next game, New York Giants at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Andy.
Rams.
All righty. Chris.
Yep, Rams.
Brad.
Rams.
All righty.
Had to think
Ed?
about it.
I'm gonna go with what's his face? The DeVito kid there with the Giants.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, wow. All righty. And I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. They're just, right now, I wouldn't want to play them. Next game.
It's not this. It's this.
Philadelphia Eagles at home against the Arizona Cardinals. Andy.
Give me the Eagles.
All righty. Chris.
Eagles.
Brad.
I hate to say it, but I need a win, so the Eagles.
All righty. Ed.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Yep. Clean sweep for the podcast. I'm going with the Eagles on that one.
I mean, Sal Paolantonio called me the other day and said go with the Eagles. So
Next game, the Tampa Bay Bucks at home against the New Orleans Saints. Andy.
Saints.
All righty. Chris.
Let's go with Tampa.
All righty. Brad.
Doing this for AC. Tampon Bay.
You know it.
Buccaneers.
You know what? Ed's favorite hockey team, Tampon Bay.
that's right.
Eddie.
That's right. Man, I have to say, I'm gonna go with Who Dat Nation on this one.
All righty.
I mean, all the teams in the NFC like South, they have no identity. They don't know what they're doing. They're like they're terrible.
All right. I'm going to go with the Bucks on this one. The Saints looked horrible the other night. So
Horrible.
we'll see. Next game, Washington Commanders at home against the San Francisco 49ers. Andy.
I'm going to take Freddie Mercury's favorite football team, the 49ers.
Chris.
Yeah, this has got to be a clean sweep. Yeah, 49ers.
All righty. Brad.
Happiest place on earth, San Francisco 49ers.
All righty. Ed.
Tom Rathman is not walking out that door, but I'm going with the 49ers.
Yeah, I am too. I think Washington's given up on Ron Rivera. I think they kind of quit on him a few weeks ago.
Well, because they know he's gone.
Yeah.
I thought he was fired.
Oh, has he already been fired? I didn't even. I've
I'll-
been out of
I'll-
it for a couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, next game: Jacksonville Jaguars at home against the Carolina Panthers. Andy.
Ooh, a battle of the caps. Give me Tony Khan's favorite team, the Carolina Panthers.
All righty.
Damn.
The opposite of Andy.
Okay, Carolina. All right. Brad.
Jacksonville,
All
100%.
righty. Ed.
I'm going with the Jaguars.
Ooh, it's
Yep.
French.
I am too. Jacksonville struggled enough where I think it's like must win for them now. Next game could be the game of the week. Baltimore Ravens at home against the Miami Dolphins. Andy.
Fish.
All righty. Chris.
Yeah, we'll take Baltimore at home.
All righty. Brad.
And I'm just gonna pick the opposite of AC on this one, so Baltimore.
All righty. Ed.
Either one can win. Either one.
Yep.
I
Ed?
just think the Ravens are a better team. I'm going with the Ravens.
Yeah, I agree. Miami's a little soft. Baltimore is kind of a physical team for them, so we'll see. Next game, Houston Texans at home against the Tennessee Titans. Andy.
I'll go with Tom's Titans.
Okay. Chris.
I'm hoping Stroud will be back by then. I need Nico Collins to go off in the Super Bowl for fantasy, so let's go with the Texans.
All righty. Brad.
Texans just keep finding ways to win games, man. So I'm gonna go with Houston.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going with the Texans.
I am too. And I'm going against my team. Tannehill's coming back at quarterback this week, but I'm still going to go with Houston. All right. Next game, Seattle
I need a
Seahawks
whiteboard.
at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Andy.
Steelers.
All righty. Chris.
Seahawks.
All righty. Brad.
12th man, Seattle.
All righty. Ed.
And well, after today, I was thinking about changing my pick. And number 14, who doesn't like to block for the Steelers, he did have like 198 yards or something like that today. But
Yeah.
still, I'm going with Seahawks.
Yep. Yeah, I think Geno Smith's going to be back for Seattle. I'll go with them. Next game, the Denver Broncos at home against the Los Angeles Chargers. Andy.
Give me the Orange Crush.
All righty. Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a wild shot with Denver on this one.
All righty. Brad.
Also Denver.
Yep. Ed.
I'm going to go with REM with the Orange Crush. The Broncos, please.
All righty. I'm going with Denver too. The Chargers quarterback, he missed his calling. He should be playing hockey. His name's Easton Stick. AC. I probably didn't know that, AC. That's his name.
I like it. I like it.
All right.
Gotta watch out for that guy Wilson volleyball.
The second to last game of the week, Kansas City Chiefs at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. Andy.
Kansas City, the NFL's favorite team.
All righty. Chris.
Yeah, Taylor Swift and the Chiefs.
All righty. Brad.
I think the Chiefs are beatable, but they are the NFL's favorite team. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Ed.
Shake it off. I'm going with the Chefs.
Yep.
How about
Big
shaking up?
googly moogly.
What's his name there? The quarterback for Cincy came back down to earth today, so I'm going with KC. Final game of the week, Minnesota Vikings at home against the Green Bay Packers. Andy.
Green Bay.
All righty. Chris.
Yeah, Minnesota's their running games. I don't know. It's Green Bay.
All righty. Brad.
Isn't Minnesota like on their third quarterback of the season?
They're
Yep.
a mess.
Yeah. And Jordan Love, man, like he has his moments. So I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Yep. Ed.
Oh,
Yep.
everybody at home, that's the Vikings.
All right.
I didn't know what that was. I thought Ed was having a seizure.
I thought I was going to bring out my 2x4. You know what I mean?
I'm going with the Green Bay as well. So that's all right, AC. That's it.
So what's going on in the world of sports? We got a couple of minutes. Tom, breaking Muppet news. Got anything?
Nothing. But what do you? The contracts that the Dodgers have signed this week. They spent almost $1 billion this week on what's it? Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto. I mean, it's ridiculous.
So not that I'm in the loop with that, but I did. Of course, it was news all over the place. So that one dude that the Dodgers signed, his one salary is more than the whole entire Arizona Coyotes payroll.
Dang.
That is crazy.
That's
Is
nuts.
freaking
The
nuts.
Dodgers spent more in free agency than the entirety of Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is insane.
So what's the hype, Tom? What's the big thing that's going to be a letdown when they finally are still paying him?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's risky to pay Ohtani all that money because he's going to be coming off Tommy John surgery. But I mean, he's still going to play in the field this year. But I don't know. That's a lot of money.
Is there a difference between the Tommy John surgery and the Tommy Brown surgery? Is there a difference?
Yes. Two different body parts.
One they give you a little more, one they shave a little bit off.
Yes.
I got some better sports news if you really want to hear it.
Okay.
This team, 44 points, still leading the NHL. Even though they're starting to actually play like they were supposed to, if they get the overtime figured out, they'll still be sitting real pretty. Their overtime's getting it's a little funky out there. But
you just ruined the whole podcast.
Hey, it's the best sport in the world. All right.
You just ruined the whole podcast, Chris. Jeez, what a buzzkill! Right around the holidays. It's comments like that why people get depressed around the holidays.
Oh,
that is the problem. That is the problem. I can't believe I'm outnumbered in Bruins fans over here. We started this thing, and now I outnumbered myself. Every guest we have on the show always rips me.
Because you can count the amount of Flyer fans on one hand. One finger.
I got one finger for you too.
What's hockey?
Here we go. Another one.
That's it. Delete him.
Fired. We're going back to 3.
Cancel.
Let them all go. Chris is even an American citizen, so he's gonna go.
I'm wearing my hockey jersey.
Tom, quick, we'll do the album of the week.
Sure. All right. This week's album of the week is brought to you by Purchase Street Records, located at 53 Hopes Island, Unit 2, New Bedford, Mass. They have something for everyone, but they especially have a good selection of metal and rock records, CDs, tapes, and memorabilia. They also buy records, CDs, and memorabilia. So if you have any you're trying to unload, go see Roger. They're Southern New England's largest independent record store. And I also want to wish Roger good luck because I believe he's leaving this week to go with his band, All Sinners. They're going to be playing at the Whiskey A Go-Go on New Year's Eve in California. So good luck, Roger.
Sweet.
That's legit.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It is Wednesday and I'm doing my pick of the week. And I'm picking the whole damn store. It is Christmas week. We're open all week till, I don't know, till you call us and tell you when you're coming in. But usually regular hours. Saturday we're going to be open 10 to 6, a little bit longer. Patches, All Sinners Mall gear, $20 records have been killing it. I'm almost out of them. That'll make an amazing gift. The drum head, not the fan. CDs, records, tapes, figures, you name it. That's our metal section. Video games for the kids and adult kids. So come down, My pick this week is the entire store.
So we'll do a quick shout out, go around. We got about 7 minutes left. I just want to wish everybody that watches a Merry Christmas. Get those numbers up. We're happy that where we are, we're almost a year into it. Bunch of interviews, bunch of stuff lined up, a bunch of people kicking tires, waiting to come on, and different things like that. Shout out to everybody that's come on, Knuckles Nelson, Boomguard, Dennis about his weight loss story, Roger from Purchase Street. Hopefully next year we're going to have more of that. Just rubbing nickels together. It's tough to fit everybody in with a half an hour time slot. So Tom, quick shout out.
I don't really have a shout out. I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year.
Ed, what do you got?
Thank you to Goongard, goongard.com. Hey, check them out. There's a promo code 1973. Just want to wish everybody Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll talk to everybody next year.
Chris, got anything?
Not so much a shout out, but we're gonna do a call out. Fantasma, português, olha pros meus olhos. Vem cá para esse podcast, meu amigo, okay? Feliz Natal. Quick translation. I'm talking to the Portuguese Phantom since he hasn't been mentioned yet. He needs to show his face on this podcast, and I wish him a Merry.
He has, it's right here.
Man, I mean, you probably sound like Nikolai Volkov. I mean, okay, settle down, Nikita.
Would you all please rise for the singing of the Portuguese national anthem?
Portugal #1.
Hey, I know it. Don't make me start singing that.
Hey, Brad, we'll give you the floor. Your last one. Lead us out. You got a shout out?
I just want to give a shout out to you guys, bringing me on this pod. I feel like I've known y'all. I've known Ed for a while, but I barely know y'all except for the pod. But I feel like we've been lifelong friends, except for Chris. And, I won't hold it against you, man. But I want to rep the podcast. It's been a joy being on here. It's been a fun year. So looking forward to it, going forward. So thanks, guys.
And what more can we ask for? Bringing people together. The holidays, bringing people together, making friends, calling people out. Yeah, making friends. So hopefully we'll be able to maybe get together, see everybody around while Ed's home. He's home. Ed, you're home, right?
I am home.
You're
if you notice the couch behind me, a little different this time.
You're screwing up a lot of people, but you're still the guy on the couch.
Hey, that's okay. It's they need to follow.
Yeah,
I'm so fast, I'm like Flash.
We've heard the ladies have said that before. We're just
hey.
podcast. Quick try, Ed McGraw.
Damn.
So with that being said, we're gonna wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. We're gonna sign off, we'll see you next week for New Year's Eve episode, I believe. So episode 46 is coming next week. All right, take care, everybody.
See ya.
Feliz Navidad.